Welcome back, healers, heroes of all sorts and shapes and sizes and all that fun stuff. We are playing a healer. All right. So technically, we are playing what's called a combat healer. So we do damage to heal, just like our archer healer that we were playing, the Grove Ranger. That's what that one's called. This guy here, you can see I went and did a few things for him. Got him some Bind on account gear because we just want to bum rush to about level 10, kind of give him a look, see what he's all about. We're hoping that our friend will get on tonight so we can continue on. He's wanting to switch his Phalanx player over to this because he thinks he'll have more fun with it. So I am all good with that. But we want to definitely check it out just to see what his hype is about. Because he said he started playing one and he really liked it. One of the things I did notice is it does shadow damage, but more importantly, we can hit ourselves with this spell right here, I think. Nope, we can't. That's interesting. We cannot target ourselves. We need to shift. There we go. Get all loot bot. But this right here, it puts a beacon on a target, and anytime we do shadow damage, it then heals said target for 25% of the damage. Sorry, I don't mean to be yawning all over the place. Interesting skill combo there. That's some form of tank, I think. Not really 100% sure on that, but so far we're kind of just slicing through this real fast like. There we go. Alright, let's go turn all this in, and then we'll be good to rock and roll. I get to cheatsy doodles a little bit more than normal because Devin's not here. What I'll eventually do is we'll get Devin a set of Bind on account gear, and then we'll move on from there and see what else you could do. Oh, excuse me. Okay. Back up. Pick up all these quests. We need collars. He's got 2 separate quests. Then you jump off and you got this guy. Fistful of Silvers. He wants us to take on more of the, what you call it, the worms. Okay. Arcane Torrent is unleashed. Pop that. That quest is now done. And so we're just going to sit here and we're going to blitz through these quests here. Yeah, had he not said anything about it, I would have probably gone and looked at a DPS class, like a pure DPS class, probably. I don't understand why every time I sit down to stream, record a video, whatever, I yawn like crazy, man. Okay, didn't really need that. Oh, we got a new spell called Corruption. So this does damage over time. We're going to put this down here because I can't use it for nothing. Okay. Personally, I think just like the Grove Ranger gets, I think we should be able to hit ourselves with the beacon so that while we're doing damage with shadows, we could be healing ourselves. We're just going to run up here because we need this shrine that's right there. I also like the fact that because this is technically Burning Crusade content, we now have access to this area here. We have access to jewel crafting, which is awesome. Jewel crafting is a really good profession, especially late game where you get to make your own gems, you get to make your own rings. Golly. I really don't understand why I yawn so dang much while I'm trying to stream and do stuff. Because like right now we're not taking a whole lot of damage from this stuff. But eventually we will take way more damage. We need one more Lynx collar. There we go. And then there should be something here. Let's see. Click this. Where's it want me to go? It says I've got one there. I don't remember where all three of these pieces are. There we go. There's one. Run all the way across, get two. Oh. I also picked the Blood Elf because it's been a long time since I've played a Blood Elf. They got to start in its own little area. Making sure I'm not knocking stuff over. Da, 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 da. Da, da, da. And open sesame. Yeah, I'm hoping that once Devin gets home and we can play. If he wants to play this, like we can always start over. You know, we're not that far in, you know. But he's wanting to play to where he can level up and catch up to where our other guy is. So even if he does play, I'm not 100% sure what we would end up doing then, because I'm not sure how long it would take to get him caught back up to where we are, to then be able to continue on with our stream. So that's one reason why I'm saying it would probably be just easier to have us just start over and go from there. I don't know. Plus, I'm not sure what kind of like DPS. Like, if he wants to go heals, that's fine. You know. Yeah, it's a damage healer. We'll have to get him some add-ons too, because that way he can heal a lot better. Now we got life tap. I hate life tap though. Because like life tap, let's open all these up real quick. I'm not gonna get rid of anything for now. What? People at work, man. Let's see here. But yeah, I mean, if he can get it to where he can do damage and heal, then I wouldn't be novice rider. I wouldn't be opposed to, you know, letting him go the healer route and me go the pure damage route, you know? I don't know. Who the heck? Deadly yogurt. Yeah, I'm gonna pass there, my guy. But yeah, I'm wanting to, like, if he's able to heal, then I would rather go pure damage and let him worry about healing. But we got to figure out how he's setting up his hotkeys. Like, that's my big problem that I have right now. Is we only really need one of us to be able to do heals and some damage. The other person is the one that's going to need to do either tank with damage or just pure damage so that we can clear content in hardcore. Now, I'm not currently playing hardcore just because I want to test out the viability of this build for our purposes. So far, it looks like it would work, but again, I'm not 100% positive, you know? Like, we're only level 7. Oh, we got a new lodestone, though. Is this now soulbound? It says I learned it. I want to test out like a hybrid tank. See if any of those are any good. There we go. Blowing through my mana pretty fast. Okay, last tinder. We're about to level up again too. Okay, go turn this in. We should have now the quest to go up there and fight all that stuff.
What business have you? Hold your head high. Time is of the essence.
Yep, that's what I thought. And honestly, we don't need bind on account gear when we have a pretty good ratio of dropped materials. Wow, these guys look vastly different. What is this? Holy light. Oh, that's just a straight up heal. Okay. Yeah, I think what we'll do is I'll let Devin try this. I'll go find a tank hybrid that we might like. That was close. Just trying to fix my chair. But do a tank hybrid and see if he's able to keep us healed up. Because I was kind of hoping, just me, you know, I was kind of hoping that I could do the more heal type classification stuff, and he would go more pure damage or kind of a tank type class. But yeah, I mean, so far this seems pretty good. We've got 2 damage abilities, 2 heals, and a beacon that we can throw on somebody. Supernova. Hold on. I'm gonna figure out your name, homie. Supernova So. Supernovaso? I'm not sure what his build is. He's got a sword and shield on and he's throwing shadow bolts. Big green dude is mine, sorry. Want to sit there and finish this. Somebody got the Northern expansion. Okay. Let's not accidentally walk off the edge there. Okay, and then I want to throw this guy. I don't know how long it takes for this dude to respawn. So, I'm just going to sit here and help this guy for just half a second. Hopefully this dude respawns relatively quickly and will help him. He's only level 6 and we're level 8. How are we... Right. Okay. Meh. Alright. If I remember correctly, I can drop right here and I will hit water that's deep enough that it won't kill us. Ha ha ha. Because the problem is if you hit anything right here, you'll just instant die. You have to get close to those towers. So, quick way down once you've made your way all the way to the tippy top. Yeah, okay. My coworker is weird. Ooh. Prestige, adventure mode. That's another one I really think. A mining mother lode, no risk. Has appeared in Whimsical Tunnel, requires level 70. But yeah, the adventure mode, I think would be pretty fun too to do. Okay, so now all of our quests go here and way out here. Alright, let's go look at this build while we run there. So we start off Shadow Bolt, yep, Corruption, Life Tap, Holy, Shadow Ward Pain we get at level 10, as well as Spirit Tap, the very first rank of it. Gives you a 33% chance to gain a 10% bonus to your spirit after killing a target that yields experience or honor. For the duration, your mana will regenerate 25% while casting. Hold on.
What business have you?
I hate this quest. Let's move this over here so I can still see the road, because we're going to run over here, click this corpse, and then we have to turn around and run back. Okay. Let's see. We made it to level 10. So, level 10, we got that. Level 11, Resurrection, Spirit Tap rank 3, then Mind Blast, rank 2, then Mind Blast rank 3. Level 13, Improved Spirit Tap rank 1. At 14, we get Blessing of Might. We get Improved Spirit Tap and Blessing of Wisdom. We get Death's Grasp at 15. At 16, you get Mage Armor Mastery, and rank 2 of Death's Grasp. 17 is Death's Grasp rank 3. 18, Create Soulstone. That's actually a pretty dope spell. Along with Alacrity, increases range, spell, range, and melee haste by 2%. At level 19, we get rank 2 of it. At level 20, we get Summon Succubus, Demon Mastery, and Alacrity rank 3. So he's right. Level 20, we'll get a Summon. You get Fell Concentration. Increases spell, range, and melee haste by 1% again. Reduces push X suffered while casting. And if we were to capstone this, your periodic magic damage heals you for 20% of the damage done while casting any damaging spell. Ugh, excuse me. Rank 24, we get Healing Light and Shimmer. Fade at 26. 28, we get Void Eruption. Releases an explosive blast of pure void energy, causing shadow damage to up to 10 enemies within 10 yards of your target. The power drawn from the void increases your periodic shadow damage. Shadow Priest damage by 20% for 5 seconds, increased by 0.5 seconds for each enemy hit. While in shadow form, this spell also applies Shadow Ward Paint, if known to all enemies hit. I don't think we have Shadow Ward Pain, do we? Oh, we do. We get it at level 10, yeah. And we get Shadow Form at level 30, so shortly after getting Void Eruption, we'll get Shadow Form anyway. Tremor Totem, Capacitor Totem, Devouring Plague, Void Shift. You and the currently targeted party or raid member swap health percentages, increases the health percentage of you and your ally by 25% if below that amount. That's a holy crap heal right there. Cleansing Totem. Create Spellstone. Divine Spirit. Icy Veins. Haunt is actually a really fun spell. Fell Armor. Invisibility. So. Vampiric Lord. Unlocked by Vampiric Embrace. Vampiric Embrace. We don't get that until level 40. So this build really doesn't even take off until level 40. So for Vampire Lord, unlocked by Vampiric Embrace, you embrace the power of the Vampire Lord, healing you and nearby allies for 5% of any single target shadow damage dealt. You have Beacon of Shadow, which we already have. Damage over time heals for 2% of spell damage dealt. That's nice. Beacon, already got. Unholy Prayer, unlocked by Prayer of Healing, rank 1. Any Unholy Prayer heals your party members within 30 yards for 157 to 169. Triggers Vampiric Bond on allies healed by this ability. Vampiric Bond, granted to allies healed by your Unholy Prayer, increases the amount of healing received by Vampiric Lord by 125%. 3 corpses surrounded by dread, whisper, and a web of terror hold the key to the bloodline. And then Unholy Light heals your target. Oh, we already have Holy Light, so we should. So if I hit, hold on, we go here and we go Unholy Light. There we go. So that is what we want. Heals your target for 24 to 25. Shadow healing can be cast in shadow form. There you go. So that's the whole build so far. I mean,
Glory to the Sindorai.
I figure we'll put an hour into this build just to see, and then we're gonna go look at some tanks because I am curious if there is a quote-unquote tank class or even a DPS class that we might like, to where we can definitely do a more traditional, quote-unquote traditional play style with me and Devin, to where both of us are playing a role. Not that we can do dungeons. I mean, technically we can if we run into the dungeon ourselves. But that can be very dangerous with only 2 people, so I don't think we'll ever do it. But as we level up and get further in, having the ability to heal one another or one of us mitigate the damage the other takes is a lot better. So that is what we are going to try and focus on. Rank up your spells. That happens automatically for us. Just grab that, that's fine. We gotta come in here and get the inn.
your head high.
Are you the innkeeper?
Wisely.
That'd explain why that crap's above her head, isn't it?
Time is of the essence.
Da, 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 da. Okay. But I will say, so far, this is actually turning out to be a really good build. I really like it. The big issue I'm going to have is if Devin's not able to heal fast enough. That's my big concern. Oh, what the? Excuse me, Mr. Urchin. Alright, there's level 10. We just learned Shadow Ward Pain, which is another damage over time. So now we can throw that, and then we can throw that. Because Shadow Ward Pain deals 42 shadow damage over 18 seconds. So it's a little bit slower, but when it procs for a good amount. Man, it's been a long, long time since I've done this. They have these stupid little beams of light out of the boxes here. But yeah, we'll go until this character hits an hour just to kind of have a benchmark for it. And then we'll go check out a tank or something. Somebody else got the bronze beard. I was talking to my brother about this game. I really wish, you turd. I really wish I had the capability of playing with more people on this game. I think it would make it more fun and entertaining for you guys to watch. And it would keep me from just sitting here going, oh, well, let me test this build, and let me test that thing, and let me test, you know what I mean? So... this one. Just need one more. So we'll grab this one. Then we're just gonna wait for this guy to respawn. I tell you what, these yawns, my friends, these yawns. Come on. Respawn. I know what you are. You are a Grove Hunter Ranger thing. Bruh, how long does this guy take to respawn? There he is. There we go. Now we just need the big robot dudes. Do, 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 do. Do, 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 do. I need the big robots. I need the big robots. I think we'll have to go to the other side because I think they've pretty much nuked all the ones that were over there. So we just gotta go up over on that side there. There's quite a few people doing this quest, so it may be a little harder than I anticipate to get all the ones that we need. There we go, 4 of 6, and then we've got 2 right here that we can grab. As long as nobody else comes up over here. Okay. And so far we're barely taking any damage, which I like as well. There we go. All those quests are now done. Let's go turn those in, see what level we hit now. We are currently level 11. And yeah, like, one of the things that, you know, when Devin and I were talking about doing this challenge is we could have just done it straight, right? Can't do Path of the thing. We were talking about just doing a straight run, you know, and we were like, awesome, you know, this would be great. But at the same time, I was like, anybody can do, you know, come in and play this straight through and instantly get basically to, you know, level 40 in the first 2 hours of gameplay. That's not hard, you know. Dungeon Finder can't do that. Power Professions, we can. Click this. For giggles, we're gonna just hit Minor. And Jewel Crafter. But yeah, I mean, anybody can do this game straight. It's happening to worry about heals in your life and paying attention more. That's where the hardcore stuff comes in, and that's why I focused on what? Bring the tainted. Oh snap. Oh, actually, Because we have this, where's that? We have these set to come back to Falcon Wing Square, so we're cool there. So, we'll just run back that way while I talk. That's my bad. I forgot to turn in this while we were there. But yeah, you know, I was talking to him, and I'm like, look, man, we could do this normal, and within 2-3 hours, we could easily be level 30 or 40. You know? It's not overly difficult. You know, it's very simple to do, especially if I get him bind on account gear done just like that, right? So we were talking about it, and I said, you know, the thing that I think that would be more entertaining to watch, and also have more of an impact, at least on our gameplay, is if we played hardcore. So we had to pay attention to each other. We had to make sure that we were living. Yeah, that will kill doing dungeons, that will kill doing Mana Storm, that will kill doing PvP to try and level up faster. But it will make us do the quests. It will make us go through and pay attention to each other and make sure that we're not, you know, being crazy. Because you never know. We might not be paying attention for half a second. One of us fall off the hill and die. Like, end a run that fast, you know? Because fall damage is still death. So I'm not 100% sure, but to me that just sounds like it would be better for you guys if I did that. Okay, and then we're just going to use this to get back. Now we're level 12. Okay. I have to say, some of the voice acting that the Blood Elves have, really good. His quest is actually pretty funny. So they took a book they weren't supposed to take without permission. It fell in the river and you have to find it. It's right underneath the bridge. It's literally right over here. But you get the book and then you come back over to these guys. And they were like, oh, thank God. And they're like, but we don't want to face our instructor for this. Can you do it? So they want you to run over here and take the fall for, you know, the book being all jacked up, right? And then he goes, I know it was them. Here, take this wand and go teach them a lesson. And you come back with the wand and you turn them into pigs. Mm-hmm. Oh, all right. So we've got basically 16 minutes left. And then we will switch to a tank to test that out. And look, don't get me wrong. If we can get Devin to use this particular... Let's see, not private tanks. There we go. You know, if we were to get Devin to use Voodoo as an add-on, right? And we get the spells set up, and, you know, we can't do buffs, but, you know, do all this, get all this kind of stuff set up here. and to where he could heal and make sure that we stay at tip-top health, then absolutely, like I'm all for it. But we need to get him to where he can do that. So that will probably be something when he gets home that we'll, if he's able to jump on as soon as he gets home, that we'll look at. But there we go. And so we're looking for an invisible person. Normally I would just throw around some AoEs until I hit one. And it looks like they've already cleared 2 of them. Okay. And there's Resurrect. I forgot to say that we got that. Alright, now we just need everything else. And the beauty of it is they are all just takedown quests. So all we need to do is actually just hit them with any of our little dot damage abilities, and we'll get the takedown for it. Mana Ray. Okay. Depending on how many of these guys respawn between now and the end of the quest, we'll probably be able to finish this quest, and then we'll be testing out another person. Alright. Is there a build anybody has a suggestion on? Especially for a tank or tank hybrid? I'm not a huge fan of tanking. I will let you know straight up, not a huge fan of tanking. I really am not. It is not my cup of tea. Never has been, probably never will be, with the exception of the Blood Mage. Ah, couldn't hit it. Dang, Druid of the Fang. But yeah, if somebody's got a suggestion for what type of tank hybrid or DPS hybrid I should go, I am all ears.
It's too far away. I can't cast that yet.
I mean, you should have more confidence in yourself, my dude. Oh, it didn't give us a thing for it. That's stupid.
That's still recharging. That spell isn't ready yet.
Okay, I did the most damage on that Mana Stalker, and it didn't give it to me. So, alright, we got 10 minutes. Why is it not giving me the... I'd love if we had the Demon Hunter class. Or something very similar to it. I mean, the Fell Weaver is, but at the same time, it's not. Yeah, see, it still says... Golly, what the heck?
I need to get closer.
Alright, let's just go turn in this quest real quick. I don't understand why it's not giving us the takedowns for it. We 100% took down a Mana Wraith by ourselves, and it did not give us the takedown for it. Oh, yeah, it won't let us use this portal. That usually takes you all the way up to the top, where you can see that there's more people to fight. Okay. Just gotta stand here. I mean, we've got 8 minutes. And then we'll be able to figure it out, but I don't know. Yeah, getting it to where Devin, wrong button, can do this here and go into spells and then pull up your spell tree, and then you go over here and go, no, where is it? You know, go to Unholy Light, put that in there. Put Beacon of Shadow as the right hand button, you know what I mean? So then I can't cast it on myself. Can I cast it on that guy? Boom. See, now he's got that, right? So now it says whenever I do Shadow Bolt, I start healing that guy over there. And then Unholy Light. Boom. Does 48 heals.
I can't cast that spell isn't ready yet.
Well, that finally worked. We just need 2 more of these guys.
It's too far away. That's still recharging.
Just want to finish what we can. You know what I mean? Like, it's just one of those things. I really, really want to be able to finish this one little quest. We just need one more of the little purple dudes. One more little purple dude. Ooh la la. That's one thing I was going to talk to Devin about before we started streaming today. Ooh, that's a Mana Wrath. Don't want one of them. Though I seem to have angered it. But yeah, you know, talk to him about what add-ons he's using. Try to make it a little bit more simplified for him to be capable. That's another Mana Wraith. Don't need that. One of the purple dudes should be spawning here soon. Alright. Let's get rid of this guy. Because depending on what add-ons he's using... Come on, we just need one more red dude. Problem is like they all turned into the big dudes. Which is frustrating. Alright. In theory, they should spawn over here again. Ugh. I don't know. I don't know. Come on. Come on. We just need one more little purple dude so I can go run and turn this quest in real fast. Mana Wraith, Mana Wraith. Oop, there's one. And such small heals, though. I mean, that's my only real downside to this so far is the fact that it has very small heals, comparatively speaking. Is this... No, we just need to run over to her, it looks like.
The dark times will pass.
Really they? Okay. So that's the vampire lord that Devin wants to play, which is again absolutely fine. We'll have to get him to use some other stuff in order for it to be more beneficial as a healer. Because as of right now, it doesn't seem to have big heals. That being said, we can't even use one of our freaking healing abilities, which is called Beacon of Shadow. Shadow Bolt will now heal the target of your beacon for 25% of the damage dealt. So again, not a lot, because Shadow Bolt only does 16 to 21 damage. So 25% of that. You know? So what? Is that 4 and 7? No, it's even less than that per Shadow Bolt. So, yeah. I don't know, man. I don't know. All right. But that's the healer. Again, I'm okay with it. I'm not disappointed with it in its... Like, when you look at this, these are going to be pretty dope, especially when we get to... level 40 with it, so that you get the Vampiric Lord. Or Vampire Lord. It is a legendary Warforged enchant we don't have access to yet. So, got to be careful with that. Unlike this guy here, his stuff is right out the gate. We don't really have to do much or worry about it. We have gold. We have mail. Why do we have mail? Hold on. Before we go make our new character, we gotta figure out what our mail is here. No. Let's see. Hide. I don't even remember what we were trying to make this guy. Evoker. And we just got to 22 because we had gotten piercing ice, icy veins, stuff like that. So, no, this stuff expired. Nobody wanted to buy it. Open all mail. That's a bummer. We did get a little bit more gold though. Then we're gonna go over here and look at this guy. 5 days left, and it's only at 5,000. It's at 5,000. So, we didn't win when it was at like 20k the other day, which is fine. Okay, so we're gonna go ahead and log out of this guy. Here's a prime example of how dungeons, just real quick, we still have shinies, we still have all these low-level, like, level 10 quests, and our dude's 22. It's going to be glitched and say we have unread mail still, but, so yeah, we got to level 13 in an hour with, that particular build, but let's go look at this. Let's do some more testing here. You know what? We'll go back to... No, I want something that can level a little faster. We'll just stick to orc. We're going to go Archetype again. Choose. Just random. That's fine. Alright, custom role. Let's go look at tanks. I want to look at the hybrid tanks. Right? These are ones that have a lot of different stuff to it. But they also have magic tanks and you have melee tanks. So we'll kind of go over all of them real quick. We can start with the right-hand side here. Start with the hybrids. You have the Mystic Knight. You get Deconstruction. Strike your target with an arcane-infused blade, destroying some of their armor while increasing your spell power. You get Mana Forged Barrier, which is nice. Envelop you in a barrier of hardened magic, reducing damage taken by 90% and draining your mana instead. We get Eldritch Infusion at level 21. Restores 20% of your missing mana and imbues your weapon with magic, causing it to deal arcane damage. And Eldritch Wrath. Unleash a surge of magical energy, dealing arcane damage to all enemies struck and reducing their attack power. Pretty much wear whatever you want. Weapon-wise, you can only use one-handed. You need shields. You can use plate and mail. And our primary stat is strength for this guy. I do like his little blade over here. What I don't like is they added this arcane shield while we're two-handing this weapon. That just doesn't look good. You got the Crimson Champion. Shield of the Righteous. Slam the target with your holy shield, dealing holy damage and healing you for a small amount. If infused with charges of light, conjure a wave of light, damaging enemies caught in its wake. Light's Hammer. Throw a blessed hammer at the ground, which strikes foes with arcs of holy lightning, slows their movement speed, and heals nearby allies. Power Ward Shield. Protect your target with a shield of light, absorbing damage. If used with charges of light, reduces damage taken by 30% for some time. And then Hammer of the Righteous. Imbue your weapon with holy magic and strike up to 3 enemies, causing damage and burning them with righteous flames. Same stats over here. Strength, mail, plate, shields, one-handed weapons. Storm Guard. This is the first one we get that's a little unique compared to the first two. You get Thunderclap. Strike the ground beneath you, causing a boom of thunder that damages and slows the attack speed of all nearby enemies. We also get Lightning Bolt. Send a ball of lightning hurtling towards your foes. And at level 30, you get Storm Hammer. Throw a lightning-infused hammer at your target, dealing massive damage and shrouding you in lightning. While shrouded, damage taken is reduced by 12%. Spell damage is increased by 30% of your stamina. And we get Chain Lightning. Strike your target with blasts of lightning, which arcs out to deal damage to multiple enemies. We have Plague Bearer and we have Nightmare Bearer. Both of these are very similar. With Plague, you get Festering Strike, Mangle, Rabies, Frenzied Regeneration, Iron Fur. Stat is Agility. You can put on shields just to boost your armor a little bit more. You have to wear leather armor, and then maces, axes, and swords, the one-handed variety. I like the armor that they give you. And I like the fact that you have like this poison aura around your bear, which is kind of neat. For the Beast of Nightmare, this thing, I again really like the armor here. I like the fact that we have these little spikes that come off of us, and that we get to summon a Void Walker. So it's basically 2 tanks for the price of 1. Corrupted Bear form gives you that thing there. Corruption, Mango Bear, and Shadow Bolt. So it basically just gives you shadow damage instead of poison damage, essentially. This spell can also spread rabies. Infected with rabies increases damage taken. Yeah, so once you hit level 20, you can do that and then do Festering Strike, and it spreads it. So, and then you have Thunderpaw. This is the Storm version of the other 2. Storm Smash, Thunder Hide, Voltic Bite. You get a lot real early on, and then you don't really get anything major until level 32. Strike the ground between you, causing a boom of thunder that deals damage and slows nearby attack. Thunder Hide. Charge your fur with lightning, dealing damage to foes who attack you. Voltic Bite. Unleash a Savage Bite upon target with lightning-infused teeth, dealing damage, and then you get Chain Lightning later on. So, I'm not a huge fan of this armor set, though. So none of these really scream out good for me, right? Like none of these seem like what I want to do. So let's go back. Let's check out the magic ones now. You have Templar of Flame, Maniforged Barrier, Seal of Favor, Evocation, and Flame Strike. So all before level 20 to get some of our good big spells. Status Int wants you to wear cloth armor. I'm not a huge fan of a tank wearing freaking cloth armor, though. So, I don't know. I like how the longer I hold this down, the faster my dude will spin. Whee! Anyway, you have Demonic. I actually kind of like this one because we get the Dark Apothis and Enslaved Demon spell. So again, right out the rip, we're getting 2 tanks for the price of 1. Downside is it is cloth armor. Along with one-handed maces, you can do daggers or one-handed swords with this. You do get Soul Link. Bind your enslaved demon's soul to yours, causing it to take damage on your behalf. So it just means that this thing takes even more damage instead of its own damage. Incinerate, conjure evil flame, and sling it at your target, dealing flame damage and demonic spikes. Raise your defense and improve the effectiveness of Soul Link by 10%. So that one I think is pretty neat. Icebound, Mana Forged Barrier. That's how we get the defense. You have Evocation at 14. Channel Arcane Strength into your Mana Forged Barrier, causing it to temporarily not drain mana. Frost Blast. Strike your target with a burst of freezing cold, destroying some of their armor and increasing the damage they take from both you and your allies. Reduces the cooldown of Ice Barrier. Ice Barrier at level 40. Wrap yourself in a frozen shield, absorbing damage. If we were to do one of these, Demonic would be the way for me to go. Just saying. If I'm going to be melee, I want to look like I'm doing some serious stuff. And then we're just going to look at the melee tanks altogether. You have Bulwark. This is our shield boy. This is the one designed to just stand there and take the abuse, really, and not really dish out all that much. You have, here, just go over. Bulwark, Thunderclap, Shield Slam, Shockwave. Bulwark's, I believe, a slightly new skill. Raise your shield and emit a massive wall of wind, giving you a 100% chance to block incoming damage for a short time. Thunderclap, we've already talked about. Shield Slam, bash your target with the shield, dealing damage and turning their attention towards you. This is a taunt, essentially. And at level 60, you get Shockwave. Shoots out a wave that damages and stun enemies. You have Blade Warden. This dude just uses a blade to defend. You have Divine Storm at 15, Devastate at level 1, Ghostly Strike at level 20, Riposte at 24. You've got the Swashbuckler. This is your pirate, essentially. You have Panache. Unleash combo points and a graceful flurry of blows, dealing damage to enemies around you and decreasing the damage you take. You have Thunderclap. We've already talked about it. Hammer the Gap. Strike your target's weak point with an elegant stab, destroying some of their armor and increasing the damage you take from both you and your allies generates combo points. And Ghastly Blow, or Ghostly Bow, sorry. A ghostly slash that haunts your target, dealing shadow damage over time. So, there you go. Relentless. This guy is your, basically your barbarian style fighter, I think. Or gladiator style, I guess. You have Eviscerate, unleashes combo points, exposed armor, using, I believe this uses combo points, expose weakness in your target's armor, reducing it for some time. The spell also deals high amounts of damage to the target. Hemorrhage, this is a bleed skill. Antidotes, combo points. And then Shield Slam, we already talked about. But this one, this particular version of it gives us 2 combo points. Vanguard Sentinel, this is your two-handed weapon kind of barbarian. Plus you get this guy over here. He's actually a fire Vanguard dude thing. Whatever you want to call it. Voidwalker, I believe, I guess. I think it's fire. It's fire or holy, but I believe it's fire. Battle Charge. Rush an enemy using the momentum to strike them for massive damage. Thunderclap, already talked about. Victory Rush. Strike your target with a brutal swing, restoring some of your missing health. And Ghostly Strike, we talked about this one, but a Shadowy Thrust readies you for the enemy's next strike, increases your chance to parry by 10%. This is slightly different than the last one. And this is called Carnage Incarnate. This is another Druid. For me, not a fan of this particular Druid or Bear form, but I like the armor that we get in the normal, like, look, so to speak. Rend, carve your foe, causing them to bleed profusely, has a chance to draw blood from the target. Carnage Incarnate, your attacks have a chance to draw blood from your enemies, healing you, or eventually turning you into a tornado of blood and bone. That actually sounds pretty dope, though, even though I don't like this bear form. This sounds pretty good. Maul, level 4, your target with Savage Claws, dealing damage and causing the target to focus on you, has a chance to draw blood from the target. Lacerate at level 10, lacerate the enemy, dealing immediate damage and causing the target to bleed for some time. So basically, everything that we get right here is designed to turn us into the giant tornado of blood and bone. I don't know what that means, though. But that sounds pretty dope, so we may come to this guy. Actually, you know what? That's what we're gonna test. This guy is what we're gonna test. Let's see here. Gibbs tank test. Because if he wants to go healer, depending on how much damage this bleed stuff can do. Alright, so just skip process. This is the part that takes the most amount of time. Okay, vanity. And I'm gonna go war chest, open. And then I'm gonna do the, oh, I don't have that set, so that's fine though. Yeah, I won't worry about that. That's fine. Pop that, pop that. Move you, and then we'll just get rid of this stuff. And then we're gonna start doing quests. Now, I don't know if Devin's gonna be able to play tonight, but what I'm trying to do is find something that, if he wants to go heals, I'm perfectly okay with that. He's going damaging heals with the Vampire Lord. So what I want to do is find something that will give us a little bit more of that what do I want to call it? Co-op feel to it. I want to go bear form. Shift P. We want to grab loot bot. Pop that. Book of the Artisans. Book of Ascension. Hit bear form. So we don't look like the bear yet. Hit P. Then we're going to put growl. That's going to be 3. Rend. And swipe. Consume blood. Consuming 1 stack to heal while below 50 maximum health. Okay. So right now we're gaining a bunch of that. Ah, see, there it is. I don't know if you guys saw that. When we got to like 10 stacks of blood on us. I want to see if I can get that to do it again. Mounts. Okay, that's 5. That's 9. I want to get one more. Because I think it's at 10 stacks. There we go. I just want to show. Oh, not at 10. There it is. Gain 1 rage per second, multiple hit. Oh, that's in rage. I didn't get to see what the thing, but it does like extra damage, so to speak. We forgot to pick up the flower quest, which is fine, but we're gonna be level 3 anyway after this. So yeah, that's pretty dope. Now we just need a charge ability, and this will be pretty set. It's like every ability we get, aside from swipe, I guess. To find a cure. I kind of goofed. I kind of goofed. Ain't got a mystic scroll. Hardy Venom. Increases the dispel resistance of Envenom by 7%. All that means is if we were playing a rogue, that's sellable. I'll send that over to my other guy so he can sell it. Now, while we wait for this peon to come over here and fall asleep, let's kind of look at this. So, we've got bear form. Ooh, we do get charge. Nice. We do get lacerate at level 10. We get maul. Maul is actually a really good skill because that does AoE, if I remember correctly. Strong attack that increases melee damage by 18. It causes high amount of threat. Effects which cause bleed damage also increases maul damage. Noise. Lacerate. At level 12, we'll get our Voidwalker, which is just another tank that we can get. Devotion Aura increases our armor. Requires Taste of Blood rank 3. We don't have that. Taste of Blood. We'll have that completed by level 27. So, not bad. But I figure just because I haven't gotten a really good long stream out in a while, and we're kind of waiting for Devin to get on, if he's going to be able to get on tonight. I feel like every hour we'll just swap specs until we find a really good one that we like. Fall asleep. Thank you. There we go. One more apple. We need a bunch of the scorpids. Da 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 da. So it's not a guaranteed I'm gonna get a bleed proc with this. Also a chance to give a stack of consumed blood when against monsters. Wounds the target, causes them to bleed for 40 damage plus an additional 18 over 15 seconds. Okay. Dang, I didn't get to read it fast enough. I mean, we're still getting the effect, which is weird because we don't have the enchant for it. But okie dokie. Now, and here's the thing, is like with this version of the game, you don't have to do these archetypes, like what we're doing. You can do free pick, which is an option, and then you can just create your own build from scratch if you know what you're looking for. And I was talking to my brother today because we've played World of Warcraft since 2000. I want to say, after talking to him today, I want to say it was 2005 to 2007, somewhere in that ballpark. We had started playing World of Warcraft, and we had gotten pretty heavy into it. But we were talking specifically about one of the guys that had joined our guild. This was years ago, and we were getting ready to do Icewind Dale one day. It was one of the new raids that had just come out. This was Wrath of the Lich King. And one of our raiders couldn't go. So normally when that would happen, we would just call it because we didn't want to bring in a random on the off chance that we took down a boss and they got locked, because you could lock the raid every week so you could just slowly progress through it. And so we were afraid that, you know, if this random player came in and we took down the first boss, but we couldn't get the second boss down for whatever reason, and we decided that we wanted to lock it out so we could keep going and keep trying, that we would get into a situation where we wouldn't, we were just afraid that it wasn't going to be good. So we normally didn't do it. But on this day, we had a bunch of people going, hey, look, you know, we can always just reset it if everything goes terrible when, you know, the other guy can come back, and, you know, we'll go from there. So we all agreed we'll get a rando to join us. And so we contacted, or we went into Orgrimmar and we posted looking for 1 DPS. We preferred a range, you know, kind of thing. And we get this guy, his name was Soul. We get this guy to message us, and he goes, I am a mage. I would love to do this raid with you guys. I am the correct level for it. Yada, yada, yada. So, and this is back when eye level was real important. Kind of still is, the higher up you get in retail, but back then that was how everybody was ranking everything. We didn't care how you played. If your eye level was great, we could help you with everything else. And so he messages back and he goes, you're not going to like my eye level, but I guarantee you I will out DPS all of your DPSs. And so we're like, yeah, okay. And he goes, look, I give you my word. If I am not the top DPS on the first boss, first pull, then I'll leave. No questions asked. I'll just leave. And we were like, you know what? Okay, fine. We'll give you that one, that shot, right? So he comes in, and bear in mind, we look at his gear, and at the time I'm at my mom's house. My computer is literally right next to my stepdad's computer. All this fun stuff, right? And so he inspects this guy's gear. And, I mean, he's wearing greens and blues, and he's got a couple purples, but nothing that when we look at, we're going, oh, man, this guy's got shit gear, like, what the heck, you know? And so we're like, okay. He said he could do what he says he could do. We'll see. First boss pull, he wipes the floor with our DPS. I mean, it is not even... It was like our DPS were just, you know, click. You know what I mean? It was like they were just half trying, you know? And so, you know, we raided for probably 2-3 hours. I think we made it to the third boss that night, which was fantastic because usually we didn't do that as a guild. But we had raided for 2 or 3 hours, and at the end of it, we're all getting ready to sign off, and my stepdad just goes, hey man, I gotta ask, like, how are you pulling those numbers? Like, your gear does not say I can pull those numbers, you know? And Soul was like, hey, you know, thanks for asking, thanks for not kicking me out, you know, I really appreciate it. I'd be happy to come work with your guys' guild if you want, because I need a new guild. Because his last guild that he was in had disbanded, or not really disbanded. Just people weren't getting on as much as they were in that guild. And we're like, yeah, absolutely. You can come into our guild. We'll make you an officer, you know. And so he comes in and he starts explaining how he's getting those numbers wearing greens and blues. When our other DPSers were wearing pretty much a full set of freaking purples with gems all out the wazoo and enchants and all this stuff. And he's like, it's not about getting the small upgrades. It's about getting the right upgrades. And, you know, he sat there and did like a master class one day for all of us, for the tanks, the healers, the DPSs, like literally everybody. And went, look, it's very simple. You want to do the most damage, you want to have the highest heals, you want to have the best defenses. This is how you do it. You need to know your character inside and out. You need to know what stats and armor they need to have. And then you need to focus just those stats. Get nothing else. If your character needs to attack faster, you get attack speed. If they need to hit harder and you're an intelligence character, you need to make sure that intelligence and crit are your 2 primary stats you go for. Don't worry about anything else. Go with crit, go with intelligence. That's it. And so we did. We took his advice and we changed a few things here and there with all of our builds, and we started to look at different things. And the next thing we knew, though, we were clearing content way faster. Our tanks were living a lot better. We would still have some hiccups with people standing in the wrong spot and not communicating properly and things like that. That every guild has that issue. But we went from barely being able to clear, one boss a raid night to taking down 2 or 3 raid bosses a night and then trying a new boss we'd never done before. And so it was insane. It was fantastic, and it was all thanks to Soul. I mean, dude is an absolute genius when it comes to how this game is played. I would say in the world, he's probably in the top 10 or 20 raiders, because he knows his stuff. He was the first one to tell me that until they started doing legendary items, you didn't need a legendary item in order to be the best player in the game. You just needed to know the stats. Like, he sat me down one day and we went through one of my characters, and I want to say we were there for a little over an hour talking, and by the end of it, I had a list of gear and what dungeons it dropped from, and he said, look, if you can get those, you're on your way to doing some serious numbers, and you'll be alright. And that's what I did. Come on. There we go. Have I gotten charged yet? Just charge actually gives me rage. So yeah, I mean it's crazy, just the knowledge and expertise that some people have in this game is amazing and great. If you really want to get into it, especially with a game like this where gear that you can get is vastly different every time it drops, there's a lot that goes on in this game. So if you want to be the best player you can be in this game, because you want to do all the raids and you want to be the best DPSer or the best healer or the best tank, understand your build. Understand your character inside and out. And you could do it with no problem. If you're an intelligence caster, are you one that's going to do burst damage, or are you trying to do sustained damage? If you're trying to do sustained damage, then you want intelligence and anything that gives you cast speed. If you want to be a burst, you want intelligence and anything with crit. So that when you pop your big spells, you have high crit on those spells to where you can do some serious damage. Alright, now we're just waiting for this dude to respawn. He's a quest dude, so he should respawn relatively quickly. Yep, there he is. Bam, and we hit level 7 doing that. We're actually going to go in here, and I'm just going to take this Hearthstone. There we go. Take this for example. We got this one. This is Strength, Agility, Stamina. This one's also Strength, Agility, and Stamina. So those two are the exact same. Then we got one that's Strength, Agility, Stamina, but it's a green versus these two blues. These are plate. That's mail. So if my character does better with plate mail on, or with plate, then I'm going to wear those. If it does better with mail, I'm going to wear those. If it does better with leather, I can wear those. So. You just have to, like I said, you just have to know the stats. That's really it. My other piece of advice, and I send this advice out if you are going to be a guild master, don't just think that a guild master is there to be the know-it-all best player. I equate guild masters to being more like a manager, or I'll say a store manager. Let me put it that way. In retail, you have department managers, but you have a store manager as well. Here's how I equate being a guild master. You should be like the store manager. And if your goal as a store manager is to be the best salesperson, to be the best employee, period, end of story, at the end of the day, every day, you're going to have a crap guild. No. I'm not saying be a terrible player. Not at all. But you want to be the guy that people turn to for your knowledge, or lady, for your knowledge, for your input. But it's not because you're the best of the best. It's because you're the person that has that information. You're the person that is capable of disseminating that information to people in a way that they can understand, right? One of the best store managers I ever worked with, they were a good salesperson. Don't get me wrong. They were a fantastic salesperson. But where they excelled at was in teaching new people how to be middle-of-the-road salespeople. Because that's the best you can do when it's a new person in sales, is be the middle of the road. You can't teach someone how to be the greatest salesperson in the world. It's not possible. They have to learn that. You can teach them to be a good salesperson. They have to figure out how to become a great salesperson. And that's what you want a store manager to be. And that's what you want a GM for the game, a guild master, to be. You want them to be the person that takes a new person, makes them good, and then that person wants to become great. So that's my rant on guild masters. So take it for what it is. All right. We're already leveling fast. This is why I like orcs, man. Orcs and trolls have the easiest leveling zones, period. Look here. Just for giggles, I'm going to go ahead and grab Miner and Jewel Crafter again. Because there's already like a copper vein right there. Alright, so what is that? Feral Cat Charge? No. Yeah. So far, this class is actually a lot of fun. This bleed mechanic is pretty dope. We don't have any other skills yet that will apply bleed. Let's see, we just got Feral Charge. When we hit level 10, we will get Lacerate, which will do even more bleed. So that's in 2 levels. Really? Seriously? Thank you. Okay, good. Got accurate there. But yeah, that's another thing that I think is a great reason to play a game like this. Is you get introduced to a lot of people that can change how you think as a person in a positive way. you know, every once in a while I still message Soul. I've got him on my friends list for Battle.net. One of the best people I know. Her character name on World of Warcraft was Ginger Scream. She played a priest. But she was one of those people that, after a while of playing... Wait a minute. Did I get all that? Oh, it says I did. Alright. There was a website that came out. There still is a website called Icy Veins. And these guys do a lot of research. Lots and lots and lots and lots and lots and lots of research for the games that they post builds for. And anytime there's an update, they go and they check every single one of those builds to make sure that they are still on point. Now, am I saying that the people who make those builds are the best people in the world? No. But they are the most knowledgeable people in the world when it comes to the numbers of this game. And so... one of the things that came out was the rankings for tanks, rankings for healers, rankings for DPS, both melee and ranged. And Ginger liked playing Discipline Priest. She wanted to heal as a Discipline Priest. She wanted to play as a Discipline Priest. That is what she wanted to do. And according to Icy Veins at the time, Discipline Priest was not a good healer. At least not a main, what we call a main tank healer. The healer designed to only ever focus on the tanks. They weren't designed, you know, they were not the healer for the raid. They were the healer for the tanks, and only the tanks. And she wanted to play as a Disc Priest. And... they were like, Disc Priests are great at doing AoE heals, but they are not good at doing single target heals. So if they're going to be, you know, if you're wanting a main tank healer to be a priest, you need them to be holy. And so, you know, as any guild master would do, our guild master went to Ginger and said, hey, I really need you to play a holy priest. You're wanting to be the main tank healer, and everything that I'm reading and everything I'm seeing says you need to play as a holy priest. And she was like, nope, not going to do it. I'm going to be your main tank healer because I have the best gear and the best stats. I'm going to be a Disc Priest, and I'm going to main tank heal. And this probably went on for 2 weeks straight, where we just went back and forth and back and forth. Well, the Guildmaster and Ginger went back and forth for probably 2 weeks, inside and outside raids. And finally it was just, okay, well, if you're not going to change to a Holy Priest and help us that way, then we are going to find somebody else to be a main tank healer, and you can be the raid healer. And basically Ginger said, that's not going to work for me. If you don't want to be a tank healer, then I'm just not going to raid, period. Now, when I see Ginger, they added a Pokemon-esque version to this game, some battle pets. Ascension WoW doesn't have those, which I think is kind of a missed opportunity. They should totally do that. But there's these things called battle pets that you can go around and tame in the world, and she does that, and I would probably say that she's in the top 100 of Blizzard people that do battle pets, because I mean she has literally every battle pet. Anytime they launch a new one, even if it's one that's only available on the market, she ends up getting it. And then she'll go and spend time to level it. So I mean, it's insane. She also is one of those people that goes around and collects mounts that you can get. I remember she was one of the first ones in our guild to have the mount that you get for having 150 other mounts. So that was insane. But yeah, probably one of the nicest, coolest people I've ever met as well is Ginger. Homie, I'm standing right next to it. What do you mean, get closer? Tell me you don't have rage. That's fine. Okay. One more. I wish that effect lasted longer, though. I wonder what you are. I need one more eye and one more mucus. I like how I'm swimming, but if you actually look at my bear, he's not swimming, he's walking. There's my last eyeball. We just need one more mucus. And then this island over here actually has all the tigers that we're going to need. Okay, let's check, make sure I haven't gotten any new skillsies here. Nope. Okay, there's one of 4. Two of 4. Whew, that thing does so much damage when it procs. Goodness. Yeah. When we can start getting bleed procs all the time to get that tornado thing to proc a lot, this build is going to do so much damage as a tank, it's ridiculous. And we're already almost level 10. At level 10, we get Lacerate. Lacerate's enemy dealing 7 damage and making them bleed for 35 over 15 seconds and causing a high amount of threat. Damage increased by attack power. Stacks up to 5 times on the same target. You just keep using that sucker. They're going to take so much bleed damage, and hopefully we'll see our bleed thing start scaling real fast. I hate the fact that this ginormous island really only has 2 spots to hunt down these trolls. And see, the bleeding stack here, that seems to proc automatically as long as I'm next to something that's bleeding. And see, there's 10 stacks right there. There's 11 stacks. This could be the end of this. Alright. That was close. Oh gosh, dang it. Whew, that was close. That was way too close, my guy. I really like this. Oh, hold on, we're gonna come over here and help this guy. There we go. He didn't really need our help, but just wanted to give him a little bit of help just in case. Thankfully, he wasn't playing hardcore or one of the other challenges to where we could at least attack the same target as him. Downside is he pulled a bunch of the voodoo guys, so now we gotta wait for the voodoos to respawn. Whew. Man, we have about 15 more minutes left. And then if we want, we can swap to a different spec. This one right here seems to have slowed down the most. Just because of the amount of moving we had to do right here at the end. We'll catch up in levels when we turn in all of these quests. We just need to get the rest of these voodoo trolls, and then we are good to rock and roll there. But they really should add more trolls. Blizzard turned this area much later on into a area for just the trolls. This is actually the troll starting area. So that's a unique thing there. Let's go see if we can find voodoos at the other place. We need 5 more. Hex, hex, hex. We need a self-heal, I think, as a druid. Ah, dang it, it did it again. It didn't count as a kill for me. That one did. Ow. Oh, great. Oh, that was... I honestly thought we would die from that one, if I'm being 100% real with you. But we just need 2 more. Nope, we're out of here. No, stop it. Whew, that was close. All right. We really could have bit the dust there. All right, let's go turn this in. This will definitely get us past level 10. Probably close to 11 or 12. And then we'll go do the shinies quest, or, well, we won't do... Yeah. I won't do the shinies quest. We'll just run to the next town. And that should be good. Well, we've got about 15 minutes, so... We'll turn this in, and then we'll pick up the shinies on the way to the next quest. Turn that in, just to show the turn in for that. But yeah, I mean, looking for Mana Storm Gold Farm, DPS last spot. Tank looking for MS Gold Farm. Healer Q for random mythic. You know, the other thing, I was talking to my friends the other day, and the other thing that kind of baffles us is, where's all the video memes that were inspired by World of Warcraft? Like, there were so many. Can we get them for other games? You know what I mean? Like, there was one. There was one guy. He called himself Nim. And he would do parodies for World of Warcraft based off of Eminem. Like, Eminem did one that was Slim Shady. And the, part of the lyrics goes, you know, guess who's back? And instead of saying Slim Shady, he said Nim, which is his character's name. And he did, like, these amazing videos for all sorts of songs. He did one called Mage, M-A-G-E. Just crazy ones. I still think the best skit I ever heard for World of Warcraft was a rendition of Who's on First. Somebody did Who's the Tank. And it is the funniest thing. Oh, man. It was great. Two guys did that one. Obviously, anybody in the gaming community that's ever played World of Warcraft probably remembers the Leroy Jenkins. You know what I mean? Like, where are those videos? Why do we not have more of those coming out? Like, those were fantastic videos. It's kind of a real bummer that a lot of those are going away. I don't know if it's something to do with just the generation that we have playing games now, or if it's the fact that maybe something's gone on with YouTube to where it's changed to where doing that kind of content is just not as lucrative, either publishing or content creating wise. I mean, I don't know what the issue would be, but yeah, I mean, I feel like that kind of content has just completely disappeared. Or maybe I'm not playing the game where that content still exists. I don't know. I mean, it's possible that it's no longer about World of Warcraft and it's about Space Marines, or you know what I mean, or Grand Theft Auto. These are games I do not play. All right. So we actually need to unlearn a profession. Skills. Dual crafting will unlearn you. Just so I can relearn you. Now, I don't know if I will continue to play this guy, but I know for Devin and I, we had just finished getting here, and we did the encroachment quest. So, may your blades never dull. Get rid of that crap. Ooh. Chance on hit, shin this shadowy bolt. Add to causing 16 shadow damage. I kind of like that. The downside, though, I wonder what it looks like. Oh. Meh. The downside with that particular weapon is it's a chance to proc. Which is never a good thing, but... No, I want shields. That can get destroyed. Alright, so that can just be straight up equipped. This dagger. See, this is chance on hit as well. To poison for 1 nature damage every 2 seconds for 20 seconds. Meh. This is a two-handed shovel. Let's grab these appearances here. Ooh, yeah. Okay. I don't have a... I don't have... yeah. We don't have a helm. There we go. Dagger can't equip. Two-handed we can't equip. So we can sell both of those. Alright. And we have about 7 minutes left before we can go test out another class. And I think for this next class that we're going to test out, and like I said, I'm going to keep doing this until either Devin gets on or we find something that I'm just like, this is the class, right? For us to mess with. We tried the healer class that he wants to do. I think it's a good class, don't get me wrong, but it is definitely one that is going to rely on using one spell for the most part, at least early on, to help heal. And then its other heals are kind of lackluster, in my opinion. So I'm not really sure towards the end how he's going to like it. But we'll see. He says he's having fun with it right now. So there's the off chance that he just really ends up liking it. So Zag. We're going to go work on Carry Your Weight and Vanquish the Betrayers for the last 7 minutes. We won't be able to complete this quest, unfortunately. So we won't get to level 12 where we get our Void Walker, but it is what it is. It's all good. We should have, though, picked up Lacerate. So I don't need Growl. Here we go. And then we can pull you out. So Lacerate now adds, and that's actually the skill that I want to use primarily, is going to be Lacerate. Because it adds a big bleed. Add that, and then we just do swipe. But Lacerate will actually stack. That's the thing that makes Lacerate so important. So, get up close and personal, you do that, and then we just start using Lacerate. And see, we are taking down so much faster. And actually, I'm going to do that right there. So, you put that bleed on, Lacerate, and we can't even get to a second stack yet. So, Lacerate, put that bleed on, Lacerate again, that's 2 stacks, and we just procced our bone. So, at 4, I couldn't see it. I was gonna say at 4 stacks we were doing pretty decent damage per tick. Because that does 14 damage, 21 damage. Wait, did I hit him from that far away? Yeah. Yeah. So far, this is a good tank. I wish I wasn't taking as much damage, but... You know. That is what it is. Let's heal up real quick. Is there a good place to level from 60 to 7? Outlands, Outlands, Outlands. Northrend and 70 to 80 will be available sometime in the coming months, which would be nice. Because this is a 3.3.5 server. Northrend has been there since day one. Just looked. The easiest way for a progression-based server to work is to use a higher version than you start at. I see. Okay. Somebody was curious where they could start leveling to get up to level 70, and they're level 60 currently. So everybody was like, yeah, you do that in Outlands, which is true. That's where you go. You can actually go there at level 58 and start leveling out there until you're 70. You will end up clearing a lot more content that way, but it is well worth it. Okay, I'm just going to run this way because we just got to take out one more dude. And then we can go turn this in and hit level 12. And there we are. Now we can go back. Back to the beginning. Ugh. But yeah. This game is one of the other things I was talking to my brother about today. Is there are two games that, especially for new players, I think have the greatest communities in order to learn the game and to get to that state where people would say you're a good player. And that is Final Fantasy XIV is the #1 greatest community ever. I have played a ton of that game over the years, and at no point have I ever had anyone get upset with me because I didn't know something. They might ask and be like, hey man, do you not know this fight? Or hey, do you not know this dungeon? And in which case, you know, I'll be like, no, I apologize, I don't. I don't know where I'm going. I don't know, you know, the mechanics of this boss fight. Please tell me. Things like that. And so it's And people will be like, oh, okay, hold on, let me break this down for you. You're gonna do A, B, and C. Okay, that's all you got to do. A, B, and C. You know, do A first, then B, then C, and rinse repeat. And it's really good. I mean, the community there is very nice. They're understanding. They know that people don't play that game hardcore. You know, I need to know the ins and outs of every aspect of that game. And you have casual players. And I've done some of the higher end raids, and they're still like that. What's crazy is when you're doing the lower end raids, and people have done those so many times that you get in with a group that absolutely knows what they're doing, and you're sitting there going, "This is the first raid I've ever been in, yay!" And then they absolutely just waltz through the entire raid without ever stopping. So that's always fun. Hip fire, I get this a lot. I don't. This is probably the dumbest scroll you can get, honestly. 2 strength, 4 agility. I think strength and agility are good stats for us. This is a new shield now. Let's open this sucker up. This is a one-handed mace. It does say that we get more damage, but I'm going to lose agility and stamina. No, I don't want to get rid of that. These boots are leather with agility. Sure, we'll pop that open. We'll read this. We'll go turn that in. I didn't mean to fall off. There we go. Alright, so there's that. Now here's my question. Is this required to be in... Wounds a target, causing them to bleed for 50 damage plus individual aim based on weapon damage over 15 seconds. Are we allowed to use that in... I want to try something before we log off. I want to see if Rend, if they changed it to where this can just do damage, because that's another course of bleed damage, like all 3 of these. So we will line this up. 4. Oh, that takes us out of bear form, though. So, I don't like that. So, nope, that comes off the... Okay. Alright, well then, that will complete this. We did hit level 12. At level 12, we actually get the Summon Voidwalker. So I want to hit P. You'll notice now that we have Warlock, we have Demon Mastery, and Summon Voidwalker. The Voidwalker I'm going to put down here. And now we will have another tank on top of us being a tank. He's got Torment. Increases chance that it will attack the Voidwalker to taunt. Put that sucker on aggressive mode or defensive mode, whichever one works for you. You can send him at one target and you go take another target and just start beating on stuff so that your DPSers behind you don't have to worry too much about it. If it's a boss fight, you can sit there and have both of you just going ham on it. If he starts to die, you taunt and turn his taunt off, you know, kind of thing. However that wants to work. So that right there is our very first tank character. I'm actually pretty pleased with that overall. If I had a dedicated healer, somebody that was going to stand back and just make sure that I didn't die, as well as a dedicated DPSer, then absolutely I would go with this class, hands down. Seems like really good fun. You get bleeds proccing all the time, so you do more damage with that Bone Storm. It's pretty dope. I like it. Sure. Okay. Now let's go look at... you know what? For giggles, I'm just going to grab a human. What the... Ooh, you know what? For giggles, we're going to do a Draenei. Why is it... Hold on. Game's acting stupid. Give me 1 second. Log out. Exit game. Let's just let it completely reset. While we do that real quick, I'm going to talk about the add-ons that I have, guys. So we have Auctionator. This actually helps it go easier when we're trying to do the auction house and sell stuff. We have AutoQuest that just helps us not have to sit there and hit accept all the time. We have Details. We have Elf UI. That's that clean UI setup that we have there. Move Anything, so that there are certain things in the game for different classes that I need that end up way up here, and I have a relatively larger screen. So having to look all the way up here to see my stuff, I need it down over here somewhere. So being able to move it is great. And then I have Trademaster Skilled. That helps us when we're trying to level up our stuff. Voodoo, that's for healing. And then WoW Instant Messenger, or Whim. This is so that when people are trying to message me while I'm doing stuff, I don't have to look down in the bottom corner where chat is. I can literally, it just pops up on my screen when I'm not in combat. So there's that. Just to give you a quick idea of all the add-ons that I use. Okay. Create a character. We said we're going with a Draenei. Good. It's not glitched anymore. I like that. See how it's got like these streaks underneath his eyes, kind of like his skin's starting to crack there. I kind of like that. That kind of gives me a tiefling feel to it. I like that. Yeah, we'll go with black hair and facial hair. Meh, why not? We'll go with that. That's fine. Select role. All right, so now we've done a tank. We have our healer idea. So now we want to look at pure damage dealers. Let's start with the hybrids first. Look at that face. That cracks me up. All right, so you have the Crusader. We have tried the White Walker, by the way. It's meh at best, to be honest with you. Crusader, though, this guy here, wielding power of holy light. Crusaders are the embodiment of divine justice. Basically, paladin. You have judgment and wisdom. Call upon the light to drop a holy hammer on your target, passing judgment on their soul and dealing holy damage. Crusader strike gets 6. Instant strike that deals damage. Divine storm at 16. Seal of command at 22. An execution stance at level 40. Summon a divine hammer from the sky that falls onto your target, dealing damage to any sentence. Dealing damage to enemies or healing allies. So this kind of gets a little bit of a heal at the end, but mostly divine storm also can heal. But mostly this is a damage dealer. White Walker, this is your plate-wearing rogue, leather cloth rogue, but you use 2 big-handed weapons. It's weird. Sinister Strike, Slice and Ice, unleash combo points to wrap yourself in frozen winds, increasing your critical strike chance. So it actually has a little bit of damage that it does. Winds of Winter, unleash your combo points in a cone of frigid wind, dealing massive frost damage. That's at 26. And Deep Freeze, freeze the target in a block of ice, stunning them. If the target is immune, deal massive frost damage instead. Basically, you use this on bosses. There's that Fire Lord. I actually have this armor set. I don't have the hammer. The hammer is actually pretty dope. I kind of like that. But you get lava sweep. Sweep your weapon in an arc before you, dealing damage. If enchanted with flame tongue, the damage is doubled. Fired blast. Blast your target, dealing fire damage. Flame tongue weapon. Bathe your weapon in molten flames, giving each swing a chance to burst for bonus fire damage. And then you have Sundering at 34. Shatters the earth on a line in front of you, dealing fire damage and incapacitating enemies. Hit. Pyroblast. Sling a giant fire or ball of fire at the target, dealing massive fire damage. Whew, two-handed weapons on this guy. Boo, boo, boo. But you use plate armor or mail. Personally, I would go with plate. Master of Shadows. My friend Devin was playing this one as well. He kind of liked this build up. This is your true rogue that deals shadow damage. You get a succubus to help you with it. Master of Shadows. Your rogue abilities now deal bonus shadow damage and have additional sinister effects. Sinister Strike, an instant strike that deals damage and awards a combo point. At level 4, you get Eviscerate, unleash your combo points, and a Savage Gut-Wrenching Strike, dealing massive damage to a single foe. And Gloom Blade at level 26, puncture the target with a Shadow-Infused Blade, dealing shadow damage and corrupting the target. So, it gets some really cool abilities later on. I do like the armor set, especially these daggers. These daggers are pretty dope. Druid of the Fang, so this is the one that lets you look like the serpents here. You get Serpent Form at level 1, transform into a serpent, causing your attacks to deal poison nature damage. You get Serpent Strike, lash the enemy with your teeth, dealing damage and increasing the damage they take from poisons, awards 1 combo point. At level 20, you get you get poisons, unlock various rogue poisons for you to coat your weapons with, and Serpent Venom at 34, spend combo points to bite the target and inject deadly venom, dealing massive damage. Devin also tried this one as well, so I don't know if he was a fan of that. Storm Giant, though. You get Thunderclap, strike the ground beneath you, causing a boom. We've read this one quite a bit. Thunderbolt at level 10. Lightning Blade. This thing is supposed to be absolutely dope. Strike your foes with Fury of Thunder, dealing massive nature damage, increasing the damage of Thunderclap. So basically, you go Lightning Blade, Thunderclap, and then I forget what the other chains are for it, but there's some pretty wicked chains that you can do with Lightning Blade to do tons and tons of damage. We have Thunder Sam, shock your target with booming thunder, dealing nature damage and jumping to nearby targets. And then Chain Lightning kind of does the same thing. Strike your target with a blast of lightning, which arcs out to nearby targets. So, Hellcat. This is a fire druid. You get cat form with ferocious bite, which is changed to charge bite at level 10. At level 28, you get Devil's Ignition, cause your body to swell with heat, dealing fire damage to your target, awarding 2 combo points. Searing Pain, scorch your target with hellish flames, dealing fire damage. And Cataclysm at 54, strike the target with cataclysmic fire, dealing fire damage to nearby targets and increasing their fire damage taken. And then you have Divine Sentinel. The Divine Sentinel here, this is also a melee ranged type character. One with the light, abandon your physical form and ascend to the body of pure light, causing all strikes to deal holy damage instead of physical damage. Crusader Strike at level 5, an instant strike that deals damage. Divine Storm, that's the one that does damage to enemies and heals allies and an arc around you. And then Holy Fire, summon a wrathful light to strike the target, bathing them in flames and dealing massive damage. I'm actually going to back up because that's the hybrid under magic. I just want to talk about all these real fast because there is one that I'm going to try because I've seen it several times, have never tried it, and we're going to do it. You've got the Evoker. That is the one that my level 22 is currently at. Frostbolt, Firebolt, Arcane Missiles. You get Brain Freeze. Your Frostbolt sometimes triggers an instant cast of Arcane Missiles, which is great. You get that at 35. Missile Barrage. Your Frostbolt sometimes triggers an instant empowered Fireballs. So, that's pretty good too. You've got Stormcaller. This is your Lightning Chamois. Lightning Bolt, Earth Shock, Booming Thunder, Chain Lightning, Elemental Mastery at level 40. Shadow Seer, this is your Warlock. Basically your pure shadow damage Warlock. I really like the staff that they give this guy. Shoulder plates I'm not a huge fan of. The helm I'm not really a huge fan of. The belt I like. The chest armor I like. And the staff I really like on that. You got the Chronomancer. I don't like the fact that they freeze him in place. I wish they would let him keep moving. because I'd like to see just more. Plus, it's super bright. But Frostbolt, Frostbomb, both at level 1. Ice Lance at level 40. Summon Water at level 50. And Deep Freeze at level 60. This is, if you're going to go for the end game, this is the build you go for. This is your Druid of the Eclipse. You get Wrath, Sunfire at level 12. Starfire at level 20. Eclipse at 35. Star Surge at 38. So this is your mid-tier game. Ascendant. You get Smite, you get Holy Fire at 20, Holy Ascension at 20, Exorcism at 22, and Holy Shock at 40. So this is your mid to late game. And then you've got the Felt. This guy is pure mid-late game. Like, you get nothing else from this guy. But you get Rain of Fire, which is awesome because it's an AoE. So this is definitely I'm going to be doing dungeons only, or I'm playing in a group where I know I can proc this off. But at 20, you get Rain of Fire. 28, you get Incinerate, as well as Beam of Hatred. You get Soul Fire at 48 and Chaos Bolt at 60. So huge late game there. Under ranged, you get Paratrooper. This one's actually pretty funny. You get Arcane Shot. No big deal there. Paratrooper at level 10. Launch yourself straight into the air out of harm's way. After a moment, deploy a combat parachute and gain bonuses to your ranged attacks while descending. You have Focus Burst at 18. Fire several shots at your target in rapid succession, dealing damage, and Quick Channeled Burst. Aim Shot at level 20. Aim your weapon and fire a deadly shot, dealing massive weapon damage. The shot wounds the target, reducing their healing received. You have Marksman. You've got Compound Power. Your Arcane Shot and Steady Shot now generate combo points. Steady Shot, also at level 1, is castable while moving. You get Slice and Dice so that your ranged attack speed. And then you have Arcane Shot, dealing arcane damage. And then you have Compound Shot. Unleash your combo points to fire a shot that deals massive damage and wounds your target, reducing healing. So, all of this here is basically you build up points and proc these in order to do more damage. This is your Beast. You get Tame Beast, which is, whatever. Frenzy Shot at 20. This is your late game Hunter. Kill Command, so that your Beast does more damage. And Unrelenting Wrath, again, so that this does more damage. Locust. This is one that I would like to try, but I'm not going to try it yet. You get Locust Shot. Shoot a poison-tipped arrow at your target, causing nature damage over time. Serpent Sting fires a poisonous shot, dealing nature damage castable while moving. Wrath at 20. This is an actual spell. And then Chimeric Shot at level 60. And then you have the Dark Ranger. This is the one I'm going to try. Shadow Arrow. Fire a cursed arrow at the target, dealing shadow damage and causing additional shadow damage over time. At level 14, we get Blood Arrow. This thing has gives us a little bit of health back. Shadow Bolt at 26 and Shadow Artillery at 26. Both of those. But that's the one I'm going to try. So we're going to hit continue. Gibbs. Shadow. We'll do what Devin does. Shadow test. Okay. Whew. I just want to see if anybody's on. Oh, it says he's online. Is he on? I might join his server real quick. Doesn't say he's playing anything, just said he's online, so. Hit in. Go to Vanity. War Chest. Shift P. Set that there for right this second. I actually need to go here. Elf UI. Profiles. Close. Okay. Auto shot I don't need. There we go. There's that. And then that can go there. Shift P again. Put Book of Ascension and Loot Bot there. Okay. Now, before we get started, guys, I'm going to go use the restroom. I apologize. So if you guys can give me just a couple minutes to go use the restroom, I will be right back. Okay, and we're back. Whew. Get my ears on. There we go. Alright. And since I saw Devin on, let me text him real quick. There. Just telling him that I'm in Discord. Okay, so let's give this shadow guy a quick try here. Let's look at our skills here. Shadow Artillery. I don't think we had that shot yet, but that's fine. And Shadow Arrow. And actually, there. Alright, so we talked to this dude. Hit his quest. He's going to tell us to run way down here. This is another race that I haven't been on in a good long while. Let's see. Refresh. Let's see. Something's not right. Okay. Not really sure what's going on, but there we go. Okay. Biolis Akar. Okay, how do I get stacks of shadow? Shadow also triggers final rank of your Nightfall talent. I don't know how we get shadow shells or whatever it says.
That ability isn't ready.
Okay. So what it looks like you want to do is go here. Are we not allowed to cast that? Cannot cast corruption or drain life while Dark Ranger is equipped. Ah, okay. I can see why people say that this class starts off slow. You really need a tank style character to really get this class going, it looks like.
It's too far away. I need to target something. I need to get closer. I don't have a target.
I mean, we do plenty of range damage.
Not ready yet.
The downside is just how long this skill takes.
I need a target.
Let's see. So it's already applied and should be... Okay, hold on. Does anyone know how to play a Curse of Argro build that can teach me? Playing it now. If you're in a featured build, it applies them over time. They just work. Not known means not saved to collection. They'll save at level 70. So it's already applied and should be working, or do I gotta unlock it and it alters something? The build applies them over time, and when it does, they just work. Hunter pets are almost up to you. Nido Gazito. The two-headed demon dog in Shadow Moon Valley. Are there exotic non-beast pets like demons or undead? No, that's a shame. Succubus is pretty... I guess I'll just go with King Mosh. The demon dog is designated as beast, so you can tame him. Yeah. Now, that's the big difference between here and Wildcard. Wildcard, you have to find all of these skills. Or get lucky on a roll. Alright, so we just need more of these things. Alright. Sorry, I was looking at chat, and so yeah, that slowed me down a tidbit, but...
The Legion's end draws near. Blessings.
Good fortune. Chronakai Christo.
So we're already level 4. Just to kind of look at this, our primary stat's agility, by the way. So we started off with... Oh, wait, we have Dominate Undead? What? Hold on. But we don't have it. Where... We don't have Dominate Undead. I am so confusion. Anyway. That worked. Anyway, alright, so Dominate dead. We don't get anything else until level 6, and we'll get Serpent Sting.
Each day is a blessing.
Okay, then we got 2 quests right out the back here. It's been a long time since I've done the Draenei, so I don't really remember these guys. I almost want to tell Devin that we'll, since he's wanting to change to that healer type, that we'll just reset and we will do the Draenei, since I don't remember them at all. But that's if he's gonna get on today. Alright, Corrupted Flowers, Draenei, Survivors. They're the ones that are got the little red auras over there. So what we have to do is we have to come over here and use this ghetto heal called Gift of the Naru. There we go. This is I can kind of remember now why I hated the Draenei. They have some pretty lame jokes too. I think it's silly. No. Say, dumb jokes.
I can't do that yet. We did not realize, but in Naru language, Exodar means defective elect turd. You know, our tails add to our natural balance and agility. Ha! I don't have a target.
Okay, that's all 10 of those. Now we go this way. So we're just going to complete all these quests like we normally do, and then go turn them all in. We are coming up on 3 hours, though. I try not to have... I don't know. We'll just keep going. Why not? We'll wait until we at least get to level 10 with this guy. Target a Nestlewood Alkin. That's a mutated Alkin. We want the white ones. Or these colored ones. Whatever you want to call it, this color.
I'm out of range. I can't use that item yet. I need to get closer.
Oh, wait a sec. They're yellow. I've been fighting these guys like they're enemies. They just don't count for the quest, that's all. I think they used to be red. I don't remember. It's been so long. We just need 2 more, and I think we can find them up here. Because up this way is the emitter parts. Water. The life-giving blood of the world. And there we go. 6 of 6 complete. Plus, it looks like there's hardly anyone doing quests out here, which should tell you something about the Draenei. Like, people don't like the Draenei. Alright, that's 4 pieces. We're actually going to go ahead and just use our Hearthstone. Wait a second. They should move those guys down here, because this is the main quest hub for this area. They shouldn't be all the way up that hill. Alright, let's see. So, level 6, we get Serpent Sting. Level 10, we get Concussive Shot. We get Shadow Ward Pain at 12. Drain Life at 14. Rockbiter Weapon. Improved Corruption. Hunter's Mark at 18. That's nice. Arcane Shot at 20. Blink at 22. That's a legendary skill there. Yeah. That's all pretty dope, man. Auction House through Mystic Scrolls.
Greetings, friend. May your days be long and your hardships.
Arcanon Poros. Ronakai Christo.
Okay, that got us to 5. Still nothing but turn-ins here. Now we're 6. Not doing bad. Agility, agility.
Greetings, friend. Welcome. Browse at your leisure. You wish to buy? Trade? At your service. I hope you find something useful.
Okay.
Open your heart to the light.
Phew. Find and speak with Tolan at Shadow Ridge in Amon Vale. What's crazy is as you progress through the storyline, though, for the Draenei here, they crash landed into the planet. That's their ship. They crash landed into the planet. These are extraterrestrials, as you would. And the Alliance were like, hey, these aliens, we like these guys. Let's just let them join our cause, right? But no one really ever talks about, like, wouldn't your first question be like, hey, why were you guys running? Like, what trouble could you possibly be bringing to our planet? And then, could you imagine how jealous the gnomes are? Like, the gnomes created Tinkerton, so they had little bitty robots and mechs, you know, stuff going, and goblins created the zeppelins and stuff. So, you know, that was as techie advanced as these guys get. The Draenei have spaceships.
Arcanon Poros.
Okay, there's level 7. Now we just gotta run way over there. Ooh, who did, Mega Spellbind Roulette. We really need to go look at some of these other challenges. Devin needs to hurry up and get on, yeah. Actually, what we need to do is find out if his friend wants to play with us, because that would be pretty dope, too. I'd really like to have, you know, a group of us playing. Like, could you imagine having a 5-man group? So we could have a tank, 3 DPS, and a healer? need a target.
I can't do that yet. Not ready yet.
Return to Talon at the Shadow Ridge. I can't remember if now I need to go all the way back up and take her out or not. Ba-da-da-da-da-da.
The legion will fall. Blessings upon your family.
Yep, now we go back up there. Alright, so far the Shadow Hunter, I mean, it's one of those things that the Shadow Ranger seems to be okay. Of course, now that I took her out, I'm the one that's going to have to sit here and wait for it. Okay, she should be respawning here soon. Come on, any minute. La 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 la. Yeah, I'd love it if we had a 5-man team. I think that would be amazing to have the whole team. So we have a tank, we have a healer, and we have 3 DPSs, and we just go after challenges. Problem is I really don't know. Anyone who's good with macros that would be able to help me out create 2 macros. GPT can. Whoo, Prestige Hardcore. That's rough, man. That means they made it through their first Hardcore to get to Prestige Hardcore, if I remember correctly. And then got owned. Slay Gathzog in Stonewatch Keep before level 24 or die. And they died at level 20 attempting it. Or died. Then reach max level. This hardcore challenge sends you deep into the dangerous corridors of Rage Fire's Abandoned Keep. Or Red Ridge's Abandoned Keep. You must kill Gathzog before reaching level 24. Click here. I think once we complete this quest, we're definitely not going to hit level 10. But if I remember correctly, once we complete this quest, we have to go back up over here, or down here to turn it in. I can't remember if we have to go up here for anything. But then we literally have to run all the way over here just to get a quest, to then do quests over here. So I think once we complete this quest, if she would ever respawn, holy crap, I did not realize this was going to take 5 years. Yeah, as soon as we finish this quest, if she would ever respawn. Come on, man. It's like nothing's respawning. What the heck? Let's just reload UI real fast. But once we get to that, because we are over the 3-hour mark. Yeah, look at that. I reload UI. Bam, there she is. I have a feeling what we'll end up doing is going ahead and calling it. Or no, what we'll do is we will go look at all the challenges that are available and see if there's ones more interesting than just straight hardcore. I know I want to complete hardcore for the... So, yeah, you have to run all the way back here. I want to complete it because of the mount. But what I also want to do is see if there are any that would be more interesting as a challenge. And possibly get this mount. I don't know. Obviously, I'm going to have to run that by Devin. But you never know. It says it wants us to run at 1000 kps for I don't know. I don't know, chat. I get dumb messages from YouTube all the time when I'm streaming.
The Naru have not forgotten us. Remember the lessons of the past. Good health, long
More
life.
wishes to you. Die on his side.
Okay, so we have travel to Azure Watch. So, I was getting ready to travel to Azure Watch, but what we want to do is go look at, we want to run back up to the little starting point here real quick. That way we can see what challenges. We can't accept any challenges with this guy yet, but or at all, because we've already leveled up, so we'll be banned from all challenges. But I kind of just want to look at them and see what's up, because there are some challenges where having bind on account gear would be really dumb. There are some where you would definitely want to activate the 1x XP, so you're not leveling too fast, but capable of getting to the zones that you need to get to. Level up my spells. Yeah, that's fine. Stony Tark here. So there's adventure mode. This gives us, if we complete it, 113 adventure coins. We get the Ascension spoils, which is 10,000 marks of Ascension, 13 mystic orbs, and 13 mystic runes. And we get the adventure mode level 1 achievement. Which is, man, I don't really care for achievements, but there you go. That's what you get. This is the one that Devin and I are currently working on. You'll get the transmog piece. It's a belt. Or no, sorry, bracers. We get bracers. You get the hero hardcore achievement, which, again, don't care. You get the reins of the Fellsaver. This thing is what I do care about. You get the prestigious cash, and then you also get the Ascension spoils. So you get the Trial Master's Trophy, which you can turn in for gear, for cosmetics and mounts is what you turn those in for. Centurion Bullion of 50 gold. Marks of Ascension pouch that's got 32,500 Marks of Ascension. You get 100 orbs and 200 mystic runes. So this thing is fantastic to complete. Then you have the Hardcore Champion of the People. Become the ultimate champion of the people. Quest through Azeroth and aid citizens in need. Gaining experience only through completing quests with no experience points from slaying monsters. Your focus is on solving the troubles of Azeroth's denizens, restoring peace to a world through your good deeds. Join together with fellow adventurers to rise to the challenge and prove your worth as a true hero of Azeroth. Famous flexing instruction guide. This teaches you the emote, I believe, You get the Champion of the People. You get the cash. You get it. You get the Trial Master's Trophy times 2. You get 2 times the Bullion, so 100 gold there. Get 39,000 marks of Ascension, 150 orbs, and 250 Mystic Runes. You get the Artisan's Guild. This is probably going to be the hardest ones. Become a member of the fabled Artisan's Guild. This single life challenges the more mercantile side of Azeroth, where gathering and crafting experience is shared with your entire party. As the only way to gain experience, you'll need to scour the world for resources and transform them into equipment, potions, and more, leveling up entirely through crafting. Who knows, you might become the foremost Artisan's Guild in all of Azeroth. I'll probably never do this. You have Roulette 1 times experience, or Resolute 1 time experience. The pathway to glory is paved with danger. In this hardcore challenge, channel your grit and determination to make it to level cap at 1 times classic experience rates as you navigate a merciless world with only 1 life. But you don't have to face the journey alone. Rally your allies and find companions in the open world to overcome the challenges together. The ultimate test of perseverance awaits you. So basically, all this does is make it... And you also get the Vulpine Familiar, which is awesome. But you only get 1 times XP on this. Same thing, though. You get a whole bunch of stuff. It's pretty good. Hardcore, this is that one we just saw a second ago. Somebody attempting, but they were doing the prestige version of it. He's a silver elite. You must kill this guy before reaching level 24. And this dude is in the Stonewatch Keep before level 24 or die. Then reach max level. So all you gotta do is get to this guy before level 24. Take him down. Stonewatch Keep. In Red Ridge's Abandoned Keep. Stonewatch Keep. Let's find out where that is real quick and I'll show you guys on the map. Stonewatch Keep. I need a map. Boom, right there, Red Ridge Mountains. Okay. So just to show you, Red Ridge, not here, so it's over in Eastern Kingdoms, and it is, where the heck? Burning Steps, Elwyn Forest. Okay, so here's Elwyn Forest. You can get to the Red Ridge Mountains from Elwyn Forest. So you have to be Alliance. Get over here. And it's right up. See where all these people have died? That's it right here. All this right here. So, that's that challenge there. Hardcore narcolepsy. You're just really, really sleepy. You have a fatigue bar, and it drains every second you are not in a rested area. If it hits 0, you fall asleep and never wake up. So, this one I'll probably never do either, just because it is, yeah, no. You have to try and stay in rested areas as much as possible to keep your bar up. I don't know how fast or slow it ticks down, but yeah, no, I'll pass on that. Hardcore Planestalker. This one right here, you have to take on these specific things before you can before you hit level 20, and then you have to hit max level in order for this to work. If you level above level 20 before you kill all 3 of these, you fail and you die. So But you get the Tameable Thunder Lizard. You get the cash, and then you get all the fun stuff there. Insane. So this one right here, you do get the Homebound Portal. Yeah. It sends you to the owner's Hearthstone. And then every hit you take is permanent until you recover an in. With no natural regen or healing spells to aid you, your only way to restore health and mana is eating and drinking while inside a rest zone. Plan your escapades out into the open world and reach level cap in a single life. Will you and your allies survive or suffer death by 1,000 cuts? So this one actually sounds pretty good. I might try that one. Here's another mount that we can get. This is Spellbind Roulette. A curse hangs upon you. Every 30 seconds, one of your skills will be marked for death. Using it will instantly kill you. Good thing you have friends. Yeah, so you can't die. And you have to pay attention to what skill you have that is marked for death. Because every 30 seconds it changes. True Survival. A literal test of survival. You will gain hunger and thirst bar. If either drop to 0, you'll die. Overcome exhaustion, dehydration, and starvation to reach level cap and overcome this trial. Better get good at cooking and fishing, hero. You'll need to craft your own food if you hope to survive. So, yeah. Feeling fishy. You've exchanged your lungs for a pair of gills. You'll have to retreat to the water for air or risk suffocating. Level through Azeroth is a fish person, adventuring only where it's wet. Orange, more like... This just is a companion, so I could care less about that. When you can't run, you crawl. When you can't crawl, you go find someone to carry you. Like on this mount, which adapts to your riding skill. So, Heart of the Nightwing. So this is another one that I would love to try and do, just because it gives us a mount. But this is called Pair in the Lair. There are a whole bunch of dungeons that you have to do. And you can only do them as a duo. Grab your closest ally and settle an adventure to dominate the deep reaches of Azeroth. In this single life hardcore challenge, you and one friend will partner up to tackle all vanilla dungeons in order. Succeed, and you'll earn your place as one of Azeroth's most dynamic duos. Fail, and your characters will fall in the depths like so many before. So you have to do Van Cleef before 21. You have to do Mutanus the Devourer by 22, or before 22. Archmage Aragorn before 26, and so forth and so on. And before you hit 60... you need to take down 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 bosses. There's also the Holy Trinity. It's the same thing, but with 3 people, which would make it a little bit easier. You also get the Hive Mind. I've seen this mount out. I don't know if I've seen this one out, but I know I've seen this one, so I've seen people complete this one. You have the Hardcore Survivalist Guide. Band together and delve into the wilds of a single life adventure. Calls you to team up with other crafters and gatherers, forge materials. So this is just this one is the hunger and the true survival, as well as the crafting one. So yeah, have fun with that. Hardcore Road to Ragnaros. 1 scoop or life is all you need to kill Ragnaros, right? Reach max level, slay Ragnaros without dying. You must kill Ragnaros before reaching level 61. That's rough. Hardcore Trollbane. Yeah, I don't know what that one is. I'd like to get that mount, though. Hardcore Mega Spellbind Roulette. A mega curse hangs upon you every 3 seconds. One of your skills will be marked for death. Using it will instantly kill you. Good thing you have friends. Of course, every gambler knows Mega Roulette players don't need pets to win, so no pets either. That's rough. But you would end up getting Blazing Iron Wings, which is just a trophy thing, so not good for me. There's Iron Man. Embrace the lonely mantle of Iron Man, a symbol of self-reliance and determination. Set forth into an unforgiving walls of energy and overcome. With only one life, no allies to aid you, and no respite from the grueling demands of Azeroth, you will rise above the trial and emerge victorious, or fall like so many before you. So basically, this one gives you the wolf. It's the same as hardcore, but you can't have allies. So this might be the next one that we do for ourselves, is Iron Man. King of the Jungle. You have to kill certain things in order, if I remember. Or no, you have to complete the Big Game Hunter quest before reaching level 40. That's pretty rough, but you do get a companion. Hogger Must Die, Iron Man. This is only for the Horde, if I remember correctly. Yeah. An epic adventure, especially members of the Horde. Can you navigate the deadly road to Elwyn Forest and slay Hogger before level 10? Lonely Artisan. The path of mastering a craft is the lonely one. Only one life, self-made, and you only gain experience through crafting and gathering. Get a belt that increases crafting speed. A lot of these are going to be the same as the hardcore challenge. You have Planestalker, White Knight. You're way too good at the game to need gear. You're unable to equip items higher than common rarity. White Knight powers activate. Resolute 1 XP, we've already talked about. High risk, this is PvP. Overwhelming odds. Prove your grit and tackle only the most savage foes as an Iron Man. Complete the challenge by slaying only foes above your level. If you kill something your level or below, you'll get 0 experience. Will you triumph? So it just basically forces you to do that. There's Spellbind, so every 30 seconds. Nudist, based on your skills to a shocked world. Bear your skills to a shocked world. You can't wear anything except for weapons. Iron Man, Greedy Goblin. Greed is good. A soul is a human. Make a specific number of gold every 10 levels or die from poverty. Reach level cap with at least 1,000 gold. So, by level 10, you have to have 10 gold. By level 20, you have to have 50. By level 30, you have to have 100. By 40, you have to have 200. By 50, you have to have 500. And by 60, you have to have 1,000. Easiest way to do this one right here, no lie, easiest way to do that is on a separate character, you make all the money, and then you just send it to them. Just send them the 1,000 gold so that they already have it every time you level up. Lonely Survivor. This is the one that still requires you to farm and do all that stuff. Big Game Hunter. That's the one out there in wait, no. Travel across Notorious Beasts. You have to do Old Sooty, Besala, Hammerhead Shark, King, Makala, Margal the Rager, Garmeta, like all these people. Dungeon Delver. Shit, no way. There's no. There's no way to do that one, bro. Then you have Nightmares, and then you have Resolute mode. You're unable to use any bonus experience modules such as Aura of Experience, Potion of Experience, or Experience Hotspots. This is probably the easiest thing to do. And yeah, all you get out of is the Chest of Resolution at level 70. But Nightmares, it's all the same stuff as the last ones. The big difference, though, is on Nightmare, everything does more damage to you. You take 300% more physical damage and 500% more magical damage from literally everything in the game. So, but that's that. So I'm going to log off for a little bit. I want to see if my friend's going to get on. If he's not, then we might be back for a little bit, just us, and we will figure out what we want to do. And we are going to try, we'll just try the regular Iron Man. Why not? We'll make an Iron Man run out of it. if our friend's not going to get on. So I will be hopefully back in a little while, guys. If not, then in the next video, then we'll do that, because tomorrow might be a little crazy. I have to go get my car. I'm having somebody else look at it to see if they can get it fixed so that I can get it inspected for bullcrap here in Texas. And then once all that's done, I'll be able to actually have a car. If that doesn't work, then I'm probably just gonna get another car, because yeah, I'm tired of dealing with it. It's been going on 2 weeks now, and my car is still not fixed, and I'm tired of it. So I will catch you guys in the next one. Hope to see you here shortly, but if not, I will see you guys tomorrow. If you're not subscribed to the channel, please make sure you hit the subscribe button, hit the bell notification. It lets you know when I go live. I go live at least 2 hours every day. Today we're well over that by an hour and a half, I think, right now. But yeah, so make sure you hit the bell notification. I do try to stream at least 2 hours every day, if not multiple streams every day for more than 2 hours. So I will catch you heroes in the next one. As always, be blessed, be loved, and be safe out there, guys. Peace out.